guys?
Hey, what's happening, guys? Late night tonight for me here. It's a little after 1 a.m. I worked a very long day today, and I'm just frankly exhausted. But I really wanted to do a cool video tonight. Just bring you guys what I thought would be really interesting. So what I did is make it adjusted here. What I did is I actually took my FBA screenshots from, I took some of them were like December, maybe even before that, and I want to show you guys something that when I looked then, the demand was fairly high, the market competition was low, potentially on some of these. I kind of pulled some random ones, so I don't know what's all in there. It should be kind of neat to see. I haven't looked any of these up. There is one I did, and I like missed the boat, and it's selling massively good. I went so far as I was about to order. I think the reason I decided not to, I'll show you the product, is because I think the margins just weren't good enough, but the volume is so massive. Somebody, the other day I looked, they were selling like 1,800 and almost 1,900 a day, which is just insane, right? It is kind of a summer-related product. I'll show you guys, but anyway, let's dive right in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up some of the random screenshots. I have probably about 4 times as many as this, but I pulled out some random ones. Let's take a look at them. Let's see what they would be doing today had I pursued any of these. So this was from a lot of the research I had done prior. I spent a lot of time researching with this. Is all with Jungle Scout, the extension. So let's check it out. So first things first, I got Amazon up here. I'm going to pull up each screenshot and we're going to check it out. So I put them all in this little folder here. So let's get right to it. Yeah, there's my whiteboard that never came. Amazon, what the heck? I'm still waiting for my whiteboard so I can use it, but it's been delayed like 2 weeks already. It's crazy. So anyway, let's pull up the first screenshot here. What do we got? So what I'm looking at here is right up here, guys. This would be what I am looking at for the search items. So this is Beyblade Arena. So I wasn't familiar with what the heck Beyblade was. Apparently it's some kind of game where like you spin tops together in a stadium and they like hit each other. So I'm sure some part of that is trademarked, or it must be. But I was really amazed because a lot of people that did their own brand. And this was around Christmas time, so obviously it's a toy. So I don't expect the numbers to be great, but look at the revenue on that was fantastic, and people that were doing their own could do fairly well. Like this person right here, 45,000 a month. That was a pretty good market. The demand was good. Anyway, let's take a look. So let's type it in now and see what it comes up with, and we'll check it out on the Chrome extension. So Beyblade Arena, I think, is what we looked for. Alright, so as you can see here, like some of this stuff is legit Beyblade, but other stuff, see, battling tops for Beyblade, Burst Blade. Some of the people just made their own. It's almost just like a little stadium where they fight in, right? So it looks like a modified dog bowl to me. So I didn't think it would be that hard to make. Look at that, the outrageous price they charge on some of this stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. You could definitely have made your own, or still could. Let's see what the numbers are like, though. And this is, not during Christmas time. Well, let's see. When was that screenshot made? This was made on November 25th. So that would have been right around, the between Black Friday and Christmas is like, and ramping up to that. That's holiday season, so you have to consider that. So let's check it out. So here's all the Beyblades. Let's pull it up on our Chrome extension. Okay, I expect a lot of these to be completely filled. Like the demand is probably gone. It's probably high competition, high demand. There you go. Horrible, right? So, you can see the reviews are really high for some of these, but there's still a lot of low reviews in there. I'm kind of surprised, but they're not doing that great. But yeah, so the ratings are really bad on some of these. But yeah, you can see high demand, high competition. Like that needs been fulfilled essentially. Let's check another one out. And again, that's more of a seasonal thing, I think. Um, so it's kind of a tough one. I didn't know that was really in there. So let's delete these as we go. I don't want to look at that ever again. Probably be amazing during Christmas time coming up. So anyway, let's just skip on to the next one. All right, what do we got here? Seat belt extender. You know, this one I was really excited about when I found it. This I found a long time ago. This was November of last year, November 28th. So not that long ago, about a half a year ago. I was really excited about this. I want to say the reason I didn't do that because it was a safety issue. I didn't want to have to worry about getting approved for safety. Let's check out what it actually is. So seat belt extender is the actual words. And you can see this was right around Black Friday. So that can skew the numbers, guys. Just think about that. You know, holiday seasons, COVID right now, the whole thing can skew the numbers. So let's check out, what was it? Seat belt. What was it? Man, I have a bad memory. I'm half awake. Seat belt extender. So let's check it out. Seat belt. Oops. I didn't mean to click on Legos. Seat belt extender for cars, maybe? Seat belt extender. So let's see how that's doing today. I was really excited about that product, but I don't know if there was a patent on it too. I forget why I didn't do it. It's hard to remember half a year ago, you know. Low demand, low competition. So it's not really even selling. It's not that there's more competition. It's just not really. It's probably hard to differentiate some of this stuff. It essentially just makes your seatbelt a little longer. It's a good idea, but you know, how do you differentiate? See, you can make it bigger there if you guys can see that. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, still has low competition. You can still break into that, but there's not a ton of sales. So I don't know why sales were good for that time I looked at it. But so okay, moving on. Back shaver. Just simply back shaver. Okay, let's check that out. Back shaver. I'm sure it's for men. I don't know. I guess women could shave their backs too. So yeah, these are essentially almost the same. Very hard to differentiate. That's probably why I didn't do it. Although there might have been a way to do it. I mean, people can think of some good ideas. Let's check and see how the market is today. Back shaver. Really high reviews in here, but there are some low ones. There it is. Medium demand, high competition. That opportunity has come and gone. And that was taken back in November. So a lot of these are from November, December. Okay, this one was taken on November 28th. At the time, really great nit score. A weed pipe. Okay. I don't know. I probably wouldn't have messed with that. It's pretty general, and I don't know what Amazon's rules are on weed pipes. Okay. Let's check it out. So, is it good? Is it good? Again, guys, sorry for the lack of excitement tonight. I'm really exhausted, but so there you go. It's still high demand, low competition. You can still sell weed pipes, right? I mean, this guy's doing 198 monthly sales on that pipe. I don't know how much he paid for that. I really have no idea. I'm not a toker myself. I haven't been in quite some time. That's like not even. That's just the filters. But yeah, there's kind of some neat looking pipes here. Reviews. I mean, yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You could definitely break into this market. That might be something to think about for all you tokers out there. If you guys want to try to break into the weed pipe market, I don't know what the rules on Amazon are. Look those up before you do anything like this. But yeah, there's somebody right there selling it. They're doing all right. I mean, it's not nothing crazy, but yeah, it's actually an open market, so that's kind of neat to see. Probably because of the nature of it, people aren't ready to jump on that. So, all right, moving on. We've got a chimney sweep kit. I remember finding this. I don't remember if I really did a ton of research on it though. So let's check it out today and see. And again, these are none of the products I have personally done. This was just research I was doing. So I think I did consider this. I looked at it. I didn't really understand it. I'd never cleaned a chimney before. Some neat little tools, but I wasn't sure how to differentiate myself. What I probably would have done is maybe gone and looked at some chimney kits out in the store. Probably would have talked to maybe somebody who does that. I probably would have done some research online, looking around. Maybe even bought one just to figure out what does what, so I can figure out what to add or what I didn't like or did like. You know, you can see he's adding it to a drill here. So very interesting. Let's check out the market. Let's see. So again, this was chimney sweep kit. Let's see. Come on there. Reviews look, well, no. Now it's low demand, low competition. So the competition hasn't changed much. There's just not a huge demand for it. It could just get oversaturated by sellers and, you know, demand. I mean, this guy's dominating the market right here. Wow. 113,000 a month. That's like one of those ones you probably want to stay away from. You could break into it, but you know, there's not a ton of demand right now for that. So, all right, moving on. Let's see. We've got pie weights. Now this one, I definitely considered. At the time, it was the holidays, so more people sell stuff like pies during the holidays. The reason I was looking for something like this was because somebody in my family has a ceramics company, and they could only do small items. And this, I guess, even with how much it would cost, it would have been tough to make money, but I still think this would have done well. Great niche, according to Amazon Scout. I guess a lot of people use these little ceramic pie weights to weigh down their pie crust when they cook, and these ceramics can withstand high temperatures. It looks like they're doing some stainless steel now, which I don't remember seeing. That's interesting. I'm not sure what the benefits or negatives of that. They're probably cheaper, easier to make. But let's check out the numbers on this. I'm curious. It didn't have a ton of strong sales when I looked at it before, but it would have been maybe like a regular seller. It was really, I thought, would be one of those little products that make you, you know, $600-700 a month. So medium demand, low competition, still a market you can definitely break into. It would be smaller, you know, weight wise, not too bad. You're looking at a pound or two. Guessing maybe the steel's lighter. I don't really know. Maybe it's heavier. I don't know. Maybe it's just easier to produce. It comes in almost like in a necklace, it looks like. Whereas the ceramic, they almost, you know, come in a big basket or not basket, package. So yeah, you could still break into this market. The reviews are still fairly low on most of it. It would have been better to get in when I looked at it, which was back during around Christmas time. But you can make some money doing this. It's a small item. I don't think you'd make anything crazy, but yeah, like this one does really well. So it's only a few bucks though. You know what I mean? It'd be tough to make margins. You probably make a few bucks a sale, but you could do it. It's possible. So let's move on. Don't know that we're gonna get through them all tonight because I'm exhausted. But camo grass. I think that's just like camouflage, right? For hunting, probably, unless you're a sniper in the army. So yeah, there you go. So it just hides you. Um, Interesting. See this guy's dressed up. So yeah, camo grass. I just think it's just to hide yourself, right? So let's take a look. The only way to differentiate yourself with this, and maybe you guys can think about some other stuff, but different colors, maybe a greener color, a brown color. It's really the pattern you would put on it and the quality of the item you would put out. That's my guess. Let's take a look and see the actual numbers on this. I find that would be kind of hard to differentiate myself. But if you're a hunter, which I'm not, I'm only one of the few people in my state that doesn't hunt on my side of the state, but I just don't. I don't know enough about it. Low demand now, low competition. Wouldn't be a good product to sell. Probably might have something to do with, obviously, the pandemic. I'm not sure if hunting's allowed in some states right now, so that could be a big part of it. So that might be why. But my point is, a lot of these are actually going to be filled up. The demand's going to be met because when there's a vacuum there, right? So there's a spot where you can fit in, but if it just gets sucked up, and then all the demand is filled with sellers that will meet the demand. It's kind of the point. But it's not just about that. You still have to differentiate, do pictures, listing, keywords. But what I'm trying to say is, we should see a lot of these where the demand was met. So it's interesting. Um, so let's see. This is a dog paw washer, which I think is a brilliant idea. If you guys haven't looked at this, dog paw. I do remember this one. Oops. I would think this would pretty much be a year-round product. So basically the way I look at this is anybody who's had a dog or has a dog, your dog goes out, it's a rainy day, it's muddy, they come in with muddy paws, they track it all over your house. It's a pain to clean it off. You gotta get a towel or something to clean it off. This just allows your dog, to put their paws, I think, like in a big cup. And it cleans your paws off, and then you can just, dump the muddy water. Which I think is actually a brilliant idea. Really like the innovation on this. I didn't check patents or anything. And that's true of all this stuff, guys. This was just my own research. If you choose to do anything with these products, that's up to you. It's not something that I control what you do, Medium demand, medium competition. So you can still break into this market. The reviews are really not bad. They're fairly low. But again, how do you differentiate yourself? You could do it through color, packaging. Your margins are going to be super high, but I don't think it would cost you a ton to make it either. Probably make it out of plastic. You can include like a towel, like I think they did there. So there are ways to differentiate this. What I think would be cool if you could get a custom one made, where it would be like a double one maybe. You could put both paws in at once, but dogs don't really like that, I guess. I guess one would be good, but who knows? Maybe like a bigger bucket to surround it where you could put it in and the dirty water would kind of get spread out more. I don't know. But I'm too tired to think about it. But yeah, that's something you could do still. Let's take a look. A latch hook kit. That's probably still pretty good. I don't want to do that one right now. Diamond tester. Doesn't sound intriguing. Lens ball. That one was really interesting when I pulled it up. And the numbers would change daily. Let's take a look. Yeah, so what this is, it's like for photography. You take a picture, but the thing about it is too, aside from packaging, maybe size, how do you differentiate yourself, right? Pictures, they're all pretty much the same. So when I looked at this, I remember this picture. It was a long time ago, but the demand was good. I don't know what it's like now. You can see kind of how people are taking pictures with that. Let's take a quick look. You could do a number, like 2 or 3 of them at different sizes. So there's a lot you could do, but it still is a hard product to differentiate. So now it's medium demand, high competition. So the void has been filled, right? That's what I mean. You have to get on this stuff early and get good reviews, and maybe you can get yourself up there. But everybody has the same software. They're all looking for the same stuff, right? So don't be surprised when the void fills, but at the same time, you don't want to rush it too much, and then, you end up doing an inferior product and it doesn't get good reviews or something like that. So anyway, this one I found really interesting, and somebody had brought this up to me before, but I'd already looked this up long before that. This was in December 29th, suture kit. I had looked at it a few times, and I was thinking about doing it. It was intriguing, and I bet it might still be in demand, but I don't know that it had real strong sales. What it is, it's just like a kit that, like nurses and probably doctors, physicians' assistants, stuff like that can actually work on doing their sutures, right? So let's take a look and see what the actual demand is and what the competition's like. So now medium demand, high competition. So again, this void got filled up really fast. Now when I looked at it, high demand, low competition. Look at the reviews here. 8, 28, 6, 16, 42, 48, 69. All low reviews, really. Now look at them. 1,200, 125, 155, 112. Everything's like 100 or over, except for like this one. I mean, so that void was filled. Now, if you had launched it back then, you might have been able to make some money on it. This guy's killing it. He's doing $109,000 a month on a suture kit, right? That's fantastic. Great. I mean, if I would have launched that back then, and I did think about launching this, man, that could be me. That product right there could make it so you could quit your job. 23 a day. That's fantastic. Like, it's not a huge item. It's like under 1.5 pounds. Look, there's some serious money being made here by the people doing this. I like the packaging on this. I think that's helping. So yeah, I mean, there you go. That could have been a home run right there. That's a product that I didn't pursue. That most definitely could have been a home run. I just kind of figured out how do I differentiate it. You'd have to make a different pattern, packaging. There's a lot of ways you could have done it with this. And you could have bundled different things. So really, this was one of those products that you could have done well with. I forget why I didn't pursue it. Something about it. But, you can't pursue everything. I have a ton of different ideas. Not all of them are going to be home runs. But this could have been a home run. Interesting. Let's take a look at the next. Lava beads. Adult bracelet. Do-it-yourself adult bracelet. Interesting. Okay. DIY adult bracelet. Okay, so this is just like an adult bracelet making kit. I think I got into this because somebody at my workplace told me somebody made their own jewelry and sold it. I just thought it was interesting to look up, and I think I was searching and ended up finding something. So this is, let's take a look at the numbers. So when I did it, it was medium demand, low competition. The reviews looked good. Price was a little low, but it's probably one of those, you might be able to make $4 or $5 a sale off of. And let's go to medium demand, medium competition. So that competition has filled in. The reviews are higher for sure. So I don't know if this would have been a home run, but this could have been an okay product. That one's doing really well. Wow. $111,000 a month in revenue. Unicorns, right? So they have something that's working. Looks like they have these little... It almost looks like a copy off of... I forget what the name of the bracelets were called. The ladies out there would probably know. I think like K Jeweler or something sold it where you get like different... My wife has one like this, but it's like a legit one. But that's really cool. I like the presentation of this. They really are doing well with that. Unicorn bracelets. Unicorns are huge. So, yeah, very cool. Alright. Last, but hopefully not least. I don't know about this one. Water bottle Bluetooth speaker. Probably not even worth looking up. It's one of those ones that... Water bottle Bluetooth. And that's a big keyword. There it is. So, you could do a different color, different design. At the time, there probably wasn't nearly as many. When I looked it up, it was medium demand, low competition. Reviews were pretty low, so that was pretty early on this product, except for this guy right here. Now let's look at it today. I bet you that void has been filled. Actually, it's still medium demand, low competition. The sales don't look anything fantastic. I mean, kind of disappointed in the sales. Maybe there's a better search term, but there's just not enough demand for me to be interested in that. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please like and subscribe. I'd appreciate that. But before I do finish, I am going to show you the one product that I was really, really close to pulling the trigger on. And I wish I did. So, you guys already saw like that suture kit. That could have been a home run right there. You get that one product, and that could be it. That could set you off. You can make $20,000, $30,000. I'm not saying it's typical, because it's not. But look, I have, what, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, I can't think right now, 12, 13, 14 screenshots here, right? But I had more screenshots. But out of these, there's probably 2 decent products, and there's probably 1 home run in there. You're not going to likely launch all those products unless you have a lot of money, right? But it's possible that you hit a home run out of these. So, like, I would never launch Beyblades because it was a seasonal thing. The seatbelt thing, no. It's too hard to differentiate. This back shaver, again, very hard to differentiate. Probably wouldn't have launched these. So, just knowing what I know about those, I would not have launched those. So let's get rid of those. The weed pipe, I mean, if it's not against terms and conditions and you can make a cool design, it might be worth it. It's not my personal thing. I would never launch that, but you could still launch it to this day. It's good. Weed pipe. Look it up. Weed pipe. You could make your own. You might be able to break into that market, but again, check the terms and conditions. I don't know the ins and outs of that. I don't want to recommend something that I don't know enough about. The numbers look good. They look pretty good. Let's see. Chimney sweep kit. If I would have known more about this, let's look it up again. Sweep kit. I would have had to have done some research, figured out what worked. I like the drill extension. It's really enticing because who wants to manually do that when you can just use a drill, right? So clearly, on a lot of these, the void has been filled by sellers who recognize there was a need or a demand. You do have some people doing all right with this. Nothing crazy. You might be able to make, $300-400 off something. But like the competition and the demand are both low. It's not that the competition's that much higher. The demand's just not there. I'm guessing during the summer maybe it goes down. People aren't using their chimneys. Probably during the fall and winter it's probably in more of a demand. So that's somewhat of a seasonal product. Not necessarily something you want to launch, unless you want to do seasonal, which is fine. Pie weights, we talked about that. That's still doable. You could do okay with that. It wouldn't be anything crazy, but you can make, maybe $500-600 a month off that, possibly. Camo grass, I forget. But, again, hard to differentiate. You could do a different pattern, different colors. A lot of them are probably already taken, so I probably wouldn't have chosen that. I really like the concept of the dog power washer. I think you had to find a different way to differentiate it. That's all. Maybe make a better brush that gets more of the dirt off. Maybe a bucket underneath the cup, but that might have been too cost prohibitive. So you got to look at this stuff like that. So anyway, there's definitely some products in here that could have done okay. I haven't looked at this one. The lens ball, if I would have gotten on that early, you would be doing okay now. Packaging, maybe a couple different sizes. It could have worked. The suture kit, again, when we looked at the numbers today, absolute home run on some of those. That could have been the product that could let you quit your job. No joke. Lava beads. Do-it-yourself bracelet. The numbers weren't too bad on that from what I remember. Especially that unicorn one. It just depends on what your design was. A lot of the designs weren't doing well. That unicorn one was blowing it out of the park. It was killing it. So it just goes to show you that even in some markets, if you have the right product inside that niche, you can kill it. And then the last one was that water. Yeah, that was a bad It's not even a bad search term. There's too many words in there. So anyway, let me show you guys the product that I really was going to do. I had gotten prices, shipping. I was ready to rock. Unfortunately, I did not pull the trigger. I don't think it's a kit. It's like a... I'm sorry. I'm so tired I can't think. It's a water sprinkler mat. So these things, wow. Are they absolutely crushing it. Now again, somewhat seasonal. It's an outdoor product. When I was on here, it was high demand, low competition. It was just getting just kind of getting started. There wasn't a lot of reviews for a lot of this stuff. Now you look at it, it's overly saturated. But you have people making a few people on here, I think, that I looked at, were making $100,000 plus. Just revenue a month, which is insanity. Okay. All right. This guy, right? This person, I don't know, company, they have 1,700 reviews, so they've been selling a ton. They're selling 2,200 a day. A day. Monthly revenue of $1.5 million a month. Think about that. That's mind-blowing. Just mind-blowing. It's no wonder they have so many reviews so quick, because imagine that. This is a big company, I know, like it's big into the water stuff. $289,000. This was nothing like this when I looked at it. Nothing like it. Actually, I'm going to find it. So, look at them. They're just doing 27 sales, but they're still making a lot of money. Potentially. So, the reason I think I was reluctant, because the margins were tough. And it was somewhat of a bigger item, so it would have costed more to ship. Although, 2 or 3 pounds, I mean, that's really not that bad. I think it was the sheer size of it too, but look at the numbers on this, guys. Like, 101,000 in revenue, 53,000, 44,000, 35,000. I mean, 200,000. You could have put a special design on there. You could have, I mean, these didn't all exist. They weren't all out there when I looked at this. And there were some, but there were still a lot of designs that just weren't there. And you could have made a killing on this. I mean, even the smaller sellers, with this guy's doing 22,000 with 8 reviews. I mean, it's unbelievable. Look, I'm all the way down to 30s, and you have guys doing $130,000. High demand, high competition. Now, this was a home run that I did not. I missed it, and if I would have gone for this product, and if I would have gone for the suture kit, 2 ones I was seriously considering, because I like the way you could differentiate this. This one, it was hard to differentiate because you had to get a specific design, and that cost more. But look at the numbers. I'm all the way down to the bottom of this page, and you got somebody making $90,000 in revenue. Again, that's not profit, but revenue. Just think about that. Okay, this is the last one. 20,000. I mean, you could still probably sell in this market. There's so many people selling. I mean, you got guys selling 2,200 a day, 600 a day. That's insanity. Okay. Yeah, this would be my big miss. This and the suture kit, my big misses. Somebody else was telling me they were going to do the suture kit. I forget. I hope they did it and did well. Anyway, that's going to be it, guys. Real quick, I'm going to pull that up to show you guys when I looked at the sprinkler. Let me find it real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, this was what the term I actually looked up. Splash pad. I'm going to show it to you real quick. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I'm going to show it to you real fast. Where'd it go? There we go. Yeah. So I looked this up. This was June. So this was last summer. This was June of last summer. This was like high demand, medium competition at the time. You can see that the reviews, there's some high ones in there, but the reviews here, 66, 64, 32, 95, 42, 6, 17, all in the top 12. 6, 3. You can see that there was still a high demand in there, but nothing and nothing like it is today. If I would have gotten in then and I could have created maybe a custom one, I could have crushed it. And a lot of the people were saying they were breaking and they weren't very durable. You make a durable one, price it a little higher, would have been killer. Could have made you, $100,000 in a year easily. So that's a perfect example of one product that can change your entire life. It's not a huge product. So let's check it out again on Amazon. This is Splash Pad. The top seller is doing $1.5 million a month in revenue. Okay, that's nuts. That same one, Splash Easy 3-in-1. Let's see where they were. That was them right there. They're selling it for more now, 35 now. They were at a lot. They were doing a lot then, 109,000. But look how that's grown. They've grown from 100,000 to 1.5 million in 1 year, almost. Not even a year. So talk about a massive growth. And look at the numbers there. The numbers were really good. The demand was really good. The competition was medium, but that you could have easily broken into that market. And imagine having yourself positioned for today. The numbers for today. Look at this. The numbers for today are outstanding. It wasn't a huge product. It was a big product. It was, but the weight's 2 pounds. That's really not much. You could have killed that. That's not even an oversized product unless it's over 18 inches, I believe. So, perfect example. Anyway, guys, I don't want to harp on that. That is my missed home run. That and the suture kit, but this one was the big one. I missed. I literally had the order almost placed. Didn't do it. Don't remember why. I had a lot of products, but this was one I was honestly considering. I think I did run it by Paul, but I'm not sure we ever got into in depth about this. But yeah, one product can change your life. So anyway, please like and subscribe, guys. I'd appreciate that. If there's anything you want me to cover, I'd be happy to. Sorry for the exhaustion today. I'm just really, really running on empty. So I will talk to you guys hopefully tomorrow. I'll make another video. You guys have a great day, and thanks for watching. All right. Have a good night. God bless.